They just keep getting foggier. Whatever. Hey guys, I am going to do some questions, like, I guess you could call them like interview questions, but they're more like survey questions. This is like almost like a Myspace throwback, like when you used to do Myspace surveys, and I loved doing Myspace surveys. So I'm gonna do one on the video today. While I'm doing it though, I'm gonna paint my nails with this strengthener that I got. I have no idea if it's any good or not. I have the worst nails in the world. Like, they don't grow at all, they break. They're like really thin and brittle, like it's ridiculous. I used to use impress nails a lot, like those little press-ons, which are awesome, and they would like protect my nails and help them grow. But lately, whenever I buy them, they last like a day, and I don't know what the deal is. I think it's because my skin has gone through a change recently and gotten oily, obviously. But for some reason, I've always had oily nail beds. So now I guess it's super oily. I don't know, but it's not helping them grow. Whatever. I'm gonna answer some questions while I paint my nails. And yes, my hair is like 50 shades of pink today because I'm about to go get it done, and it's all faded in different spots, and it's doing whatever it wants to do. But this is my curly hair right now. This is my natural hair. Looks like a lion's mane. So I just found like a fun little like survey thing online, so I'm just gonna read off of that and answer some of these questions. So the first question is beer or wine? Definitely wine, for two reasons. One, I love wine, and I hate beer. That's kind of two reasons in one. And two, I'm actually allergic to beer. When I was in high school, and when I drank in high school, every time I tried beer, I hated it. But when you're 16 and you run out of alcohol and you still want to get drunk, you're gonna drink whatever you can. Basically, kids don't drink. And I would always try a beer and I hated it. And there were times where I drank a whole beer. There were times where I took just a little sip of a beer. There were times where I drank a beer by itself, times before liquor, after liquor. No matter when or how I drank beer, and no matter what kind of beer it was, I always had the worst hangover the next day. I mean, the worst. And this was like back when I was young and didn't get hangovers, and I just thought it was a hangover. And then one day I realized it was only when I drank beer, and I would get the worst headache I've ever had in my life. And I suffer from migraines, and this is like worse than a migraine. And I would get like really nauseous and sick from it. I was like, can you be allergic to beer, you know? And I looked it up, and I had like all the symptoms of it. So I don't drink beer. I do drink cider and ale. I love like apple cider, like Angry Orchard and stuff like that. Sometimes it's a little sweet, but then again, wine is kind of sweet unless you get something dry. And I'm kind of like an in-between girl. Honestly, lately I've been really into champagne over wine, but I'm not gonna turn like a glass of wine down. And now they have these ciders that are rosé cider, which is amazing. So many brands are coming out with that. Are you drunk? I wish. Feeling sleepy? Always. Are you a flirt? I can be. I think when it comes to meeting new people, I am either really standoffish, and not on purpose, but a lot of people, like, there were people that I made friends with after high school who said that all through high school they assumed I was a bitch. And apparently that goes with my personality. I don't know if you guys have ever done the Myers-Briggs personality test, but it's really interesting, and it tells you so much about yourself, and it's scary how much it knows you. But I'm an INTJ, and apparently INTJs come off like almost like they're snobby or something like that, but it's just because we don't communicate well verbally, apparently. If you haven't noticed, my videos are really fucking long because it takes me forever to get a thought out of my damn head. Like, I'm just gonna stop it right there because I'm gonna go on to a 30-minute rant about being an INTJ. But I can either be really standoffish and people think I'm a bitch, or I'm probably drunk and a little flirty. But like, that's kind of with it. It doesn't matter if you're like a guy or a girl or anything. It's just kind of, I'm like overly friendly when I drink. I'm a happy drunk. So I can be. Talk to animals. Yes, but not like Dr. Dolittle. Are you hungry 24/7? I don't have to answer that one. I think we all know the answer to that. Do you cry in public? I hate crying in public, not because I'm embarrassed to cry, but because when I cry, I'm very fair-skinned, and as you can tell right now, I always get red splotches on me, and I know in a lot of my videos, I get like red splotches on my neck and stuff. When I cry, my nose turns red, but like just right here on this part, not like up here or anything, so it's like really obvious. My lip turns red up here, like I get all splotchy, and ugh. If I didn't show like redness like that, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd probably be crying in public everywhere. Are you always happy? No, but I try to be. I used to be a very optimistic person, kind of in a really shitty situation. Now I'm in a really good situation, but I'm more of a realist. I'm not pessimistic, but I'm more of a realist. Like, I'm positive, but I don't expect a lot. Like, I'm not always like, today's gonna be fantastic, everything's gonna go my way. Like, I'm more like, all right, today I'm gonna go to work, I'm gonna get this done, then if anything positive happens, awesome. Like, I just kind of don't expect anything. Are you always impatient? No, I'm actually a very patient person normally. There are a few things I can get impatient with. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I'm insanely patient. I'm one of those people who shows up to the doctor's office like 30 minutes early, and I'm like, take your time. And then I'll like wait until an hour after and be like, hey, did you guys check me in? I'm too patient. Ever stolen a street sign before? Yup. My husband and I, when we first met, when we were friends, we used to go tag stop signs all the time with like stick-on letters and stuff like that. Like, we'd write like stop, hammer time and stuff on, like, we did that all the time. We also did a lot of Harry Potter stop signs, and my husband knows nothing about Harry Potter, but we had a lot of friends who did, and I think this was before I even read Harry Potter, but we would go like in the middle of the night because we knew where they lived, like we were friends with them, and then we'd tag their stop sign, and they'd wake up the next day and be like, oh my God, and they'd be so excited about it. And then one time we stole a sign for my little brother's room, but I can't remember what street sign it was. I think it was just one in my neighborhood. I don't think it had like his name on it or anything. I don't know, and I don't know where it's at. I don't know if it's gone now. Who knows? I've also stolen a big orange, not one of the orange street cones, the little ones, like the big round ones with the white stripes. My brother and I stole one of those one night and brought it over to my husband's house back before we were dating. I don't know why, it was on the street and it wasn't near construction or anything, it was just on the side of the road by itself. And so we just took it. Sorry. How long can you go without bathing? Oh, I hate that. A day. I like to shower every day. I don't wash my hair, but like once a week maybe, because it's very dry and coarse. But showering, like I shower every night, and on the weekends, usually I get up and shower in the morning, and then by the end of the day I shower again. Like, I just really like to feel like clean and showered. Do you enjoy watching cartoons or animes? Yes. I like certain cartoons. Like my godson watches like Teen Titans. I love Teen Titans. I think that's a really funny cartoon. I've watched a little bit of We Bare Bears, and I think that one's cute. And can't think of any other like Family Guy and stuff. Anime, I used to watch a lot of anime with my cousin. I haven't watched too many in a while. I did see Your Name recently and loved it, and I want to buy it and show it to my husband. But we used to watch like Cowboy Bebop, Lupin the Third, Inuyasha, basically anything that was on like Toonami or the Cartoon Network lineup at midnight, I watched it. All the places you have piercings on your body. I had my ears pierced when I was 4, I think. I had my second holes pierced 3 times, and they closed up every time because I don't think I got them until I was like 12, and I wasn't great about keeping earrings in them, but it would be like 2 days without them and they would close up even though I'd had them for months. Look how red my ear is. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I've got 2 piercings on my cartilage, and I want to get a 3rd one, maybe below or on top. I really wanted whatever this right here is pierced, but my friend said that, I think it was that part, she said that it, like, my ear's not big, like that space isn't big enough to get a piercing behind or whatever, I don't know. And I had my belly button pierced when I was in the 9th grade in high school, I believe. Yeah, 9th grade, when I was in cheerleading, and all the cheerleaders decided to get them, and then we remembered that we had to do stunts, and so we had to tape up our stomachs whenever we cheered so that they didn't rip out. Like, ugh, it was bad. But yeah, I got that pierced, and I took the piercing out years ago, but I think it's actually still open. I think I could probably get a ring back in there. Can you spend all your money on something stupid? Yeah, easily. Would you drop your phone after you just bought it? I have. I've done that so many times. I have. My phone's broken right now. I'm recording on it, or I would show you. Like, the back of it is cracked, and I had a case on it. I cannot have a phone without a case on it because I will accidentally throw it. Like, completely accidentally. Not out of anger, not anything like that, not just drop it. Like, somehow I always, like, drop it with force. I remember one time, and this was back when I had, like, a flip phone in high school or something, and I went to answer the phone, and I went, hello, and it, like, flung right out of my hand, like, behind me and hit the wall. Like, I don't know what my problem is. I have zero hand-eye coordination, and I'm the clumsiest person in the world. So I can't be trusted with my phone without a case on it. And like I said, mine has a case, and I still managed to crack the back of it. Awesome. Do you always smile for the camera when taking pictures? Depends. If it's like a nice, like, let's take a nice picture, yeah, I'm gonna smile for it. But if it's like friends taking pictures or something, I'll make like a stupid face, or I usually like go like, I don't know why I always do that face. That's my face. And if Alicia's watching, Alicia's face is this. That's what me and Scott always do. When we're like, let's do the Alicia face. That's my other go-to, but I don't do it that often. What did you dress up for Halloween when you were a kid? Oh God. I've said this in a previous video, but my birthday is the day after Halloween, so I always had costume parties for my birthday, and I still do. I think I went through like my teenage years without doing that, because it was like, you know, you were kind of too cool and whatever. But I dressed up as everything. I dressed up as Rapunzel one year for school, and my dad took a ton of yarn and made these really long braids that went like past my feet and pinned them into my hair. Like, so I had like pigtail braids. I think we put my hair like up in pigtails and then tied the yarn into it. It was really cool. I was Jasmine from Aladdin one year, except I was Jasmine from the third movie where she's getting married. So I was in her wedding dress. I was a witch. I was Daisy Duck one year when I was really little in those old Collegeville costumes. I don't know, it was whatever I was into that year, I guess. I don't think I was ever Barbie, but you know, stuff like that. Have you ever laughed at the wrong moment? All the time. I don't like laugh at funerals, nothing like that, but it's always just like dead quiet in a room full of people, and suddenly you think of something really funny. And when I get the giggles, I don't get it that often, but when I get the giggles, like, there's no stopping it. It goes on for like half an hour, and usually I'm like delirious, and that adds to it. And it's like, people get mad at me because it goes so far, but I can't stop. Like, once I go there, it's like, I'm done. Like, don't talk to me because I'm gonna laugh. Would you give all your money to charity? I mean, I'd give a lot of money to charity. I don't know if I'd give all of it because then I would need charity. But yeah, I'd give a lot of money to charity. I always give like what I can. Like, if you're at a store and they're like, would you like to donate $3 to our back to school program? I'm like, yes, I would. Like, I do that. So yeah, I'd give a lot of money. If I had a lot of money, I'd give a lot of it to charity. Would you marry a celebrity? Yes, I would. And if Ewan McGregor is just waiting to hear that I'm in love with him, now's your chance. And I guess I'm already married. I'm just kidding. I love you, Scott. I love you so much. Do you cry in sad movies? Hell yeah, I do. The Notebook, Titanic. What's the most recent movie that made me cry? Steel Magnolias. I was watching that again the other day. Watched that 10 million times in my life. Ever peed in the woods? Yes. And it's not fun when you're a girl. It sucks. It's like, I've only peed in the woods when I'm drunk, and you gotta go. Like, you have no choice. You just gotta do it. And it's a damn disaster every time. It's awful. Yeah, and I guess that's it. So thanks for watching. I got my nails done. Look, they're all shiny now with some strengthening stuff. So we'll see how this stuff works. And yeah, I'm gonna go do something. I don't know what, but I'll see you guys next week.